Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Taishi, on the Mysterious JG. And, the save is still in progress. Okay, we are, see, the Oda don't have a whole heck of a lot of, aggression left. And I don't 100% understand what aggression mechanic actually does. But, I do enjoy beating up the Oda. Kiyoyoshi Doi says, I subjugated Himeji Castle. Unfortunately, we didn't get to hire anybody from it. Itty Bitty Kawahara. Bitty Baby Kawahara is not going to join us.
Now it's time.
Oh, you know what? I should have, watch me something, now watch me Nene. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I should have done some recruiting of troops. I need to start pushing my infantry forward as far as like what cities are recruiting infantry.
A messenger has arrived.
Otis made a request for negotiation. Take a look. They'll give me a whole bunch of horses if I stop right now. And the thing is, if I don't stop now, I'll have to ask them for peace when my people start getting upset about the length of the war, and then I won't get anything. But they're asking for peace because they're not in a position to defend themselves, and I can get more cities, and I don't care about horses, so I'm going to refuse. Understood. Let us give up on this for now. They are forming an army with which to fight us, but I don't think it's...
I cannot allow myself to die yet.
Oichi is going to surrender. She actually was captured. So we could execute Oichi if we wanted to really piss Nobunaga off. And she's an above-average officer. But I don't think we're going to kill her. Could also kill Kicho. I mean, while we're here, we could kill Nobunaga's son, his wife, and his sister if we wanted to. It seems like that would probably make him mad. Curious who has the better stats here. Kicho is a better leader, but she has less valor. I mean, she's not as good a fighter as far as I can make out. She's smarter than Oichi. Oichi is better at politics, and Oichi is more formal. Okay. They're both like high-tier officers in this game, I would say. Thank you deeply for choosing me, my liege.
Truly thank you.
Didn't think I'd get away unarmed. I figured you'd murder me, or... I was about to say, at least do something else that I... Never mind, I was about to go in an unpleasant direction.
I will take steps.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like... Oichi got passed around a lot in the... like, it became a symbol of being an important warrior to get married to Oichi.
Let's go.
And we do have some troops gathering up here to try and do battle with Hana Taketasu, so she might have that chance to redeem herself that I was talking about. And Kiyomasa Katō, it doesn't look like he has enough troops to stop either the Bloody-Handed or Kiyoyoshi Doi, so it'll be interesting to see where he's going here. Yeah, he's going after the Bloody-Handed. Like, literally, the path that he marched up will be taken by an army behind him. Oda's army is right before us. Because they are small, however, our victory is assured. Will you still take control of the battle? I will. I could probably end this LP faster if I stopped manually controlling fights like this one. But let's go ahead and do it, just to give people a chance to roleplay as their characters here. The forces of Kiyomasa Katō of Oda are right before us. We shall bring our soldiers to the fray. Oh. I'd love to get a better view of this map. Found enemy units at Konosumiyama. Let us settle things with them. I suggest going with luring ambush. Luring ambush usually works pretty good. Though this is one of those fights where we're in no incentive to rush.
Leave it to us.
A bait unit attacks the enemy, and separate units surround them after they've been drawn out. Luring ambush is a plan that has a bait unit draw in the enemy while a hidden ambush unit destroys them. The decoy unit rushes into the enemy and draws them in. The ambush unit hides when the battle begins, and when the luring unit enters combat, will appear to aid them one turn later. That's a fun one. I like that one. It means we won't get to use the full our full troops. We'll have them outnumbered, but not as much as if we just sat around. I mean, yeah, that's actually kind of a dumb strategy in this situation.
Leave it to us. Leave it to us.
10-sided ambush, force assault.
Please leave this to me. Please leave this to me.
Attackers and defenders would be... I mean, that just lets us sit here until they come after us. But you know what? That is just kind of slow. So we'll do luring ambush. Battle will be in our favor. So we'll go ahead and charge forward even though we've got them outnumbered. Or even though we don't have our full force deployed, because that's the only way we're going to get advantage of our decoy unit.
To the battlefield.
Everyone advance!
Let's begin.
Begin the begin.
Please command me. Everyone, please be careful.
Oh, it's our turn already?
Yep, it's Kiyomasa Katō I want to lure out, so let's keep up this plan. Yeah, it seems like even when I should have stayed still and let troops come in, I guess they are slowly advancing. Or our information from our scouts is changing because it's getting more accurate as time passes.
Everyone, please be careful.
Ready yourselves.
Your command? Let's begin. Your command. Oh, it's our turn already?
Let's just hang out over here and guard this place. And here's the guy that I kept defeating who was fighting for the Mori. I'm sending the luring unit to the enemy. It's just not happening just yet.
Please command me. Ready yourselves.
Your command. Let's begin.
Please command me. Prepare yourselves.
Your command? Everyone, please be careful.
Okay. Okay, there's the musket volley, so at least we found them. I guess they can see us because they're elevated. That makes sense.
I can see them.
Don't leave any forces. Ay, Minako Arisato, Mr. Roboto. Oh man, why is this... Yukihiro Uiji took the bait. I went straight for the enemy main unit. Who even is that guy? Yeah, I don't give a crap about this guy who took the bait. Whatever.
Please command me. Let's begin.
Please command me. Ready yourselves.
Let me show you my plan. Let me show you my plan. Ready yourselves.
I have a plan. Fire! I have a plan. Fire!
Actually, I almost wish I'd ordered you instead of doing that.
Let me show you my plan. Ready yourselves.
Oh, whatever.
Your commands? Ready yourselves.
Your command. Please command me. Right. Let's begin.
Okay, let's keep this up here.
Fire!
Musket volleys.
Fire!
Guys that I wasn't able to see, again, they can see me because they're up high, so I should... I'm not good at, like, this weird blue matrix vision makes it really hard to tell what the terrain looks like a lot of the time. Enemy's main unit. Let us take it with our own hands. Bishamonton, bitches. Now, ambushers, take them down. They're all trapped. Ambushers, slay them all.
Spearmen to the front.
I think we're about to defeat Kiyomasa's main unit anyway. Yeah, the ambushers kind of dropped in. It didn't say they ambushed Kiyomasa, but they dropped right on top of him anyway.
Fire.
So we got this. This is just fine.
Let me show you my plan.
So we'll break up their formation. They will drop their guard. That's actually would be really useful if it works,
Everything is
because it'll
going
prevent them from retreating.
I have a plan. Everyone advance. Please, command me. Are you ready?
I have a plan.
Stand before me now if you're not
Oh, I didn't mean to use concentrate, actually. Well, it's alright.
Plan. Fire!
I think we're going to be fine, guys.
Fire!
Not sure what they didn't really have a way to win this one, so it seems like they're not trying that hard to
Miss.
move aggressively.
Fire!
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 The enemy seems to have been found.
An ambush. Okay, as I say that, I get ambushed. So we broke Kiyomasa's unit. I don't know who ambushed us exactly how. Steadily gaining the advantage. Battles our advantage. Victory's in our grasp.
There's someone with a plan.
We didn't quite... Oh, see, there's 116 units or troops left. We almost completely broke Kiyomasa and won the battle right there, but not quite. I don't know who ambushed us over here. Oh, you know what? We kind of knew where these guys were, but didn't really know, so that's why.
Let's begin.
What do you think of this? Don't miss.
This is the kiss that don't miss.
Witness my plan. Witness my plan. Prepare yourselves.
So we got to be a little careful with the bloody-handed. He's doesn't have a lot of unit strength left here.
Let's begin.
It's like a big... It's still got a lot of troops left in the army, but the bloody-handed's personal unit has
I have a plan.
taken a little bit of a beating.
Fire. Please command me. Let us begin.
Your command? Prepare yourselves. Please command me.
Please command me.
Your command? Let us begin.
Just finish off Kiyomasa, however you got to do it.
Make preparations.
Excitable. We're going on the offensive. Okay,
We are not
sure.
that easy either.
We're not some kind of slut.
Witness my plan.
I think that's it.
Fire!
Fire!
They're firing off a lot of muskets from these hilltops, and it's not going to save them.
Spearmen to the front.
That was completely in our favor. But we didn't capture Kiyomasa. I didn't consider him defeated. He left with like 22 troops left when they called the retreat.
I will never lose to someone who's unwilling to risk it all.
I'll be never beaten by anybody who lives in comfort like you. Alright, so another win for the Bloody-Handed. Aggression is soaring. Doesn't look like we captured any officers, though. Oh, well. So Kiyoyoshi Doi is going to take Kurai. This force that's gathering here near Hana Taketasu is intended to go stop them, but they might have to fight her first. It's not real clear how that's all going to go. So I'm taking these cities up here, but yeah, I should be really concentrating on getting down to Tsui territory, because, again, taking them out will be important because I'll get a bunch of new officers. Not a huge number, but enough to, like, staff up 3 or 4 cities, probably. Oh, yeah, they got past Hana Taketasu. Which means we'll have a fairly even battle instead of having them way outnumbered. Lord Yoshihisa, Bichu Takamatsu Castle is suffering a famine. Due to drought's effects, the harvest is lower than usual. Master Motoharu Kikawa of our clan has fallen ill.
Allow me to report.
We've newly expanded into vague, whatever territories. Takeda and Osugi. I almost thought it said Uesugi and Takeda, which would have been an interesting coincidence.
This is from last month.
So we made food that time because it was harvest time. We're still slowly losing money.
Give me an order.
We can order autumn work to our farmers. But let's do this first. Let's do the grand trade zones. Actually, let's just do that one Bichu grand trade zone, because that's a pretty good return. 600 gold, and we're getting an increased production of 164. Otherwise, let's expand. Let's do the agriculture work. Gotta do the work, guys. Doing the work. Yeah, this game's got less macro than the last Nobunaga's Ambition game I played, which, I don't know, the cities don't really seem to have that, like, an individual flavor to them anymore. Is there anything I need to remove? A fortress and a ninja village and a drill ground and a politics camp. And there might be more, but... Get some reservoirs built. Or rather, a reservoir built.
I do understand.
I get it, I really do, man. Yeah, Kanbei can do that. Won't take him long. I mean, I'm not going to carefully look for a guy who wouldn't be more useful doing something else. I'm just going to get it done. At least I know those guys will do it quickly. Level 3 T-towns. We'll get those up. You know what? No, we're not. We're just gonna save the gold. And that's what we're gonna do. Now, let's get a lord in one of these new castles here. Yeah, Lord Kanbei Kuroda. He gratefully accepts his assignment. Let's hope he doesn't immediately betray us. Because he is kind of not that thrilled to be here just yet. Needs a little time in our force, I think.
Understood.
Don't want to put all of our best officers in there, but I want at least one guy with decent leadership skills. Okay, now recruitment. So these new, like Takeda, you don't need to have militia, you need to have infantry.
As you will.
You don't need militia, you need infantry.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm really eating into my monies with this, but
As you will.
at the same time I can come back to some of these places. And probably not going to march out of here again.
As you will.
And as we discovered before, we're not going to lose all these troops
As you
that are already in the field. So this will bring our profitability
Yes.
back, and we'll have cities up closer to the actual front line. We had to march across half of Chosokabe territory just to get to the fights of the Oda.
As you will. Yes.
So yeah,
As you will.
I will say, I mean, this moves a lot faster than the last Nobunaga's Ambition
Yes.
game, as far as how long it takes to do stuff like this. Because if I didn't do militia versus infantry, but if I did, it would have taken a bit longer to manage.
Yes.
Some of these cities can clearly have
As you will.
more than 6k, a lot more in some cases.
As you will. Yes.
You know what? The frickin' economy supports it.
As you will.
Particularly if eventually I'm gonna come back here and start cutting off the. I'm not gonna march out of here again, so.
As you will. As you will.
But I'll need to move my decent officers up as well.
Yes.
Well, this probably isn't that exciting to watch, but.
Yes. As you will.
Keep the troop counts even higher over in these places.
As you will.
So we'll only have a few armies marching at a time, but they'll have troop counts that the Oda won't be able to do anything about. I mean, you can send. I could do a strategy where I sent out infantry with a couple of big infantry armies with some militia behind them, and all the militia are doing are sacking cities whose military units have already been defeated. But
Yes.
that sounds complicated to run.
As you will. Yes.
Yeah, but I do believe fairly soon. Well, it's gonna take a while. Am I kidding? But yeah, I think I don't think the Oda are gonna be able to come back from those initial
Yes.
losses.
Yes. As you will.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this one can come down.
Yes.
And eventually, I'll be just
As you will.
getting rid of the infantry here as well. But let's, the hell, maybe if I can store enough food up, could be the next put. Like the war will end, but the next push after that might be the end of the end of the Oda potentially.
As you will.
Especially if I get big armies out of here marching all the way up to the front line before to declare war on them.
Yes.
All right. I'll tell you what, that was a lot of management at the end there. But I think I can call it a video now. It's not a little on the early side, and when we come back next time, we'll just keep fighting until I start getting messages saying that people are sick of it. Because if you go more than a few months after your advisors tell you that, you start getting rebellions, and you start getting, there's like economic penalties. You don't get food and taxes from those cities. So, yeah, we'll just keep going with the armies that are on the field now, and I've set the stage for us to be recruiting even more infantry closer to the Oda lines, and we'll have to get through a little time of not being at war, but once it's time to be at war again, it might be the war to end all wars. There will never be war again after 1587 or whatever year we're in. Anyway, guys, catch you next time. Bye-bye.